kids, Miss Kulkarni here. In this video, we will talk about chemical reactions and how do you know chemical reactions really take place. So what is the evidence which you're going to see in chemical reactions? Let's see one by one each of the reaction. So the first reaction which you're going to talk about is going to be aluminum and copper chloride. Who doesn't know aluminum foil? So we're going to use this aluminum foil for our reactions, and I got a couple of small pieces of that aluminum foil, and this is copper chloride. So did you see the color? The color is light blue, and that depends upon, of course, the molarity. So let me put these aluminum pieces in this petri dish. We can use that as a good reaction container, and on the top of that, I am going to add some copper chloride. And let's see what happens when we add copper chloride for that aluminum. It may take a few minutes for reaction to take place. So here we go. We are adding some couple of droplets of copper chloride on aluminum foil, and we are going to let it sit for some time. I can already see some of the edges are turning the color. It's turning black, by the way. But anyway, let's wait for some time and we will come back and revisit that. So we're going to see what exactly happened in the reaction. So in this reaction, what will happen is both aluminum and copper chloride will react, and we are going to get a compound which is AlCl3, aluminum chloride, and then the copper will precipitate out, and we're going to see the copper separately there. Anyway, the color of the reaction will be changing, and that is the indication of forming a new product. All right, are you ready for the next reaction? So in this reaction, we're going to use iron chloride, FeCl3. Look at the color. It is light yellow color solution, and we are going to react that with sodium hydroxide, which is a clear solution. What do you think is going to happen? Let's try, and I'll show you exactly how it's going to look. So I am putting some iron chloride in this beaker, and to that we will be adding, so that's our iron chloride, which is light yellow color, and to that we are going to add sodium hydroxide. So are we ready? There you go. I'm adding sodium hydroxide, and do you see some changes happening? I clearly do see that the color is becoming dark brown. And not only that, if I try to see carefully, I know now there is some solid form. So it's a dark brown precipitate. That is another indication of a chemical reaction. So what happened in the reaction? These two chemicals reacted, and we got sodium chloride, which was a solution, but the precipitate which we saw was actually iron hydroxide. And we will discuss more about how to balance reactions later on. So the key point in this reaction was formation of a precipitate. That is an indication of new substance. Are you ready for one more reaction? Let's get ready. So this reaction is electrolysis of water. Yes, water formula is H2O, as you know, and this is the water I'm going to use in a beaker for electrolysis. How I'm going to do that? I made a tiny simple cell. And how did I do that? I just got 2 pieces of these pencils and just these clips, and of course a 9-volt battery. And when I put these in water, which I'm going to do right now, I will see the bubbles coming out from each of the electrode. So now the pencil electrodes are in water and electric current is flowing through that. Do you see it? There are bubbles coming out from both the ends of the electrodes. So what's happening here? Water is getting decomposed into two components. And which are those? Those are hydrogen and oxygen. So that will be a reaction, H2O turning into H2 and O2. So what was the main indication that chemical reaction took place? We saw the bubbles of gases, and also that means there were new formation of gases. Now, do you remember we left one reaction aside to see what happens? And let me get that spot plate out. And can you see this? The aluminum foil, which was shiny like this, has turned into brown black color. That means we could confirm chemical reaction takes place. So keep in mind, chemical reactions will always give some sort of evidence to you. You just have to keep an eye on that. It could be either bubbles forming, it could be a new precipitate forming, or it could be just color change. It can be some other things also. As we move in chemistry, we'll talk about more indications and more evidence of chemical reactions. So, are you guys excited to learn more about chemical changes and chemical reactions? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you again in next video. Until then, bye-bye.